Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play. We're here in the Eternal Grove, which is the Gala hatchery, but on the Kurzik side. Just have us a little look around the outpost real quick. I really like that big tree over there with all the windows and stuff in it. That looks really cool. That one feels a lot more like it was actually, built out of the tree, whereas normally it kind of just feels like they slap the window asset on like a tree, but that one actually feels like it's actually like a citadel or whatever they call them. I think we can get, yeah, here's the actual grove itself down there. That's the actual Eternal Grove down there. Some nice green living trees. Kind of moss hanging off these vines. Pretty cool outpost, looks wise. A little fire down there. Yeah, we're getting relatively close to the end of the Kurzik side, and we'll be meeting back up with our factions character within probably the next episode or two here. And then we will be doing the rest of the campaign, and then I was thinking about this before the episode, but I think there's something like 5 or 6 different quests, not quests, excuse me, bonus missions that we're going to end up doing after the campaign is over. That's a cool shot, that one over there in like the big lake there. By the way, let's read the mission description and go on in. For centuries, the Kurziks have gathered in the Eternal Grove to perform the ritual known as the Awakening. Outsiders are seldom allowed to witness the ceremony, so very little is known about it, except that this is how Kurziks create the great forest defenders who defend the lands from their enemies, the Luxons. Yep, so let's make us some more juggernauts. Here we go. Protect the forever trees and by keeping the tree singers alive. You have 12 of 12 remaining. Here's our 3 people. Today, 3 brave Kurziks have volunteered to become new and more powerful kinds of juggernauts. We honor their sacrifice. Let the awakening begin. We must remain vigilant. Or you must remain vigilant. There have been many signs and omens. It is certain the Luxons will attempt to kill the tree singers and interrupt the ceremony. Until the ceremony is complete, fear not for my life, nor the barons. Concern yourself only with the lives of the tree singers. Without them, everything is lost. Okay, so we basically have to just defend here. The one problem that does kind of stink is there's no real place you can stand to defend super well. You kind of just have to run back and forth. I am going to stick, like... I probably should have split up my party a little better for this, but whatever. Actually, I 100% should have split up my party better. Also because there are occasionally siege turtles that spawn, and you have to go out and deal with the siege turtles. You might be able to stand out here and just aggro them as they come through. We're going to try that. These Luxon brutes have no chance against us. I've seen my friends here handle enemies far more frightening than these ragtag savages. No, it doesn't look like we're actually going to be able to just stand here, so we're going to have to kind of like just blast through real quick. This is the problem, though, is that the tree singers are like completely This much like the Luxon mission is very annoying because in order to get the bonus for this one, you have to keep every single singer alive. That can be a little annoying to actually do. But it is doable. Unlike the Luxon one, I don't think there's a way to kind of like cheese it. In the Luxon one, you can actually kind of just run around before the mission even starts and kill all the enemies. I don't think there's a way to do that in this one. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure there isn't really a way to do that. The best thing really to do is just like separate your team into 2 groups. Like I should have done this beforehand, and just like put my heroes in 2 different groups, and then just put one group over there and one group over there, and just kind of dealt with it that way. If there's elementalists on that side, that means there's probably elementals coming in from this side, right? No? Okay. We can just kill these real quick. Yep, here they come. The Juggernauts are not super useful. I actually don't think you can heal the Tree Singers either. I'm going to test this out real quick. Oh, you can. You can heal the Tree Singers. Okay, so that's the way you're supposed to do it. You actually just run a healer and heal the freaking Tree Singers. Okay, that makes way more sense. I thought you couldn't actually interact with them for some reason. I don't know what about that. I like that waterfall over there. That's pretty cool. I like the area this mission's in. It's pretty cool. These trees are pretty cool with like their magic pools at the bottom. There's like a weird half-human gargoyle thing over there. Kind of weird. Oh, the trees make a sound too. I never realized that. You hear that? Yeah, magic sound. The forbidden soup. The forbidden maple syrup. Alright, looks like this group is coming in this side. I actually don't know if you can get these juggernauts to follow you. Oh wait, you can. That would be useful. You do move faster while inside the grove. That's actually a really good, unique effect for this mission because it means it's a little bit easier to go back and forth between the 2 sides as you need to. There's a turtle coming over there, so let's speed on out and kill the turtle as it sets up. One thing to be a little careful above with these juggernauts is if you actually want to use them to defend the... You probably could actually stack 3 of them on a side. That's actually probably the best way to do it, is to stack 3 of the juggernauts on a side and just let them deal with one side. Assuming you don't have, you know, well-built units and stuff like that that can just handle a side on their own. It looks like now they're actually staggered out a little bit, so you actually can run back and forth. This is actually relatively well designed, at least for the time. Because back in the day, pre-Heroes, this would have been pretty rough to try to do without like being able to quickly get back and forth between the two sides. So it's nice that they kind of staggered them a tiny bit. Obviously, with Heroes and stuff like that, it's a lot easier for us to just take advantage of stuff and just blast our way through, but Heroes weren't even out yet at the time of this, so that's not necessarily relevant. Also, we have the advantage of having all the skills from the different campaigns as well, which is not to be overstated, because there's a lot of important skills that come from later campaigns, so... Nope, cutscene. They got crabs. White flag.
Here they come. More Luxons.
Haven't they had enough? Hold! They're waving the white flag.
Man, that's a lot of inflicted. He's just waving. Hi. Man, I love our armor. Side note.
The afflicted, they've returned. Nobody gets out of here alive unless we work together.
Solid argument.
Baron Vosberg, he makes a good point. The Luxons are no longer the greatest threat to the Forever Trees. It couldn't hurt to have a few extra blades to help turn back the afflicted.
Until further notice, the Luxons are our allies. If anyone has an argument with this, speak it now, or forever hold your peace. You stand with us now.
It's a lot more peaceful than the looks like.
Now comes the hard part.
That's a good line. Now here comes the hard part. They weren't lying about this being the hard part. This is one of those things as well where if they die, they turn into more afflicted, so you need to be a little careful and try to keep the Luxons alive if you can. I'm actually not sure if you still need to defend the tree at this point. Or not the tree, excuse me, the tree singers. I think at this point we probably could just run out to the center. Yeah, definitely having a speed boost is super nice for this mission because you need to run back and forth between the two sides and like outside when you have to go kill off the Oh, Brother Menlo is here as well. I didn't notice him before. He must have shown up in the during the cutscene. Damn, there are 10 more groups left. Funny thing enough, you actually are not required to keep the the Juggernauts alive for the mission, despite the fact that they're the whole reason we did this thing in the beginning. Was to make these Juggernauts. You don't actually have to keep the Juggernauts alive, they can just die. Either that, or I actually think they might not be able to die. It's one or the other. As in, like, I mean, they can't be killed. I don't mean as in, like, the mission fails if they die, kind of thing. Like, I think they might actually just not be able to be killed. Why aren't we done yet? Can you sing any faster? Honestly, if you doubled the tempo, wouldn't the ceremony finish sooner? I expect it is not so simple. Countess, though, perhaps they would finish sooner if there were fewer interruptions. Yes, I know. That's why I've been fighting for the last hour, so the Indigo chorus back there doesn't get interrupted. I think that they've already turned the dudes into Juggernauts. Do they need to keep singing? But I love that idea that she's like... That's like that idea of, like, okay, this takes an hour to cook at 300 degrees. If I cook it at 600 degrees, it'll cook in 30 minutes. That is not how that works. I have some groups coming here soon. I do think the best course of action is to kind of focus one side and then go back to the other. Alright, here we go. Alright, it doesn't look like the Luxons turn into more afflicted whenever they die, which is interesting. Oh, Brother Menlo's dead. That didn't fail the mission. That's actually weird. Normally, a main character dying would cause the mission to fail. It's a little weird that he can die, no problem. Yeah, I'm not complaining. I don't want to redo it, but this is a little interesting. In later campaigns, they change that by often making the crucial NPC respawn after a period of time, but I don't think it does in this campaign. I think he actually just stays dead. I'm actually kind of curious if I can resurrect him. I don't think I have anybody I can actually. No. It's worth a try. Honestly, the best course of action is probably just leave all three Juggernauts at one of the gates and then just deal with the other side. But we are long past that. Ah, dang. One of them died. Ah, we were close to protecting them all. Dang. I'm not really specifically going for all the challenges and stuff like that, but if I was, that would have been annoying. Alright, let's find this last group of afflicted. They're out here somewhere. They're there. Right. These are the last ones. Uh-oh. May have bit off more than we could chew. Retreat! Go back. Here, res Gwen. She's the best hero we have. This monk is probably honestly the thing we need to kill first. There we go. Now we can kill this thing. It's probably a healer. Oh, they got by. Oh. I guess we didn't need to kill those last guys. Yeah, we didn't save them all. Oh, that's what the fire is for. Burning people so they don't turn into the afflicted. I thought those were logs from the outpost, but no, those are very clearly people.
Look at this mess.
So are you ready to believe now?
Believe what?
That Shiro has returned.
It's hard to argue with the evidence littered here at our
Then it's settled? You'll help us gather the Kurziks together to fight Shiro?
Yes, we are with you.
Even if that means fighting alongside the Luxons.
Until Shiro has been destroyed, we will look upon the Luxons as our allies.
Well then, I think our work here is done. Let us go find Master Togo.
If you're looking for Master Togo, you will find him with our champion, Argo, at the Harvest Temple.
Then we must go to the Harvest Temple.
To the Harvest Temple. No way! Ah, we almost got it. We were close. Got those bones. But anyway, that's going to be the end of today's episode. I want to thank you all for coming out. And I hope you have a great day. I will see you in the next one.